Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you are doing well. If there is one lesson that I try to teach you since I opened the channel is one thing, it is Mercato never sleeps. It never sleeps, it literally never sleeps. You have to wake up really early in the morning to don't miss the first news, and you can't go to sleep. Why? Because it is now 1 a.m, later than 1 a.m, it's 1:30 a.m, and I'm recording a video. I did already a live today where we focused on a player that might arrive and sign for Juve in the last 2 days of Mercato or tomorrow on Sunday, because yes, even of Sunday nobody is sleeping, or maybe on deadline day or Monday, and we're speaking about Zakaria Denis, the real strong midfielders, 1 meter 91, is the same height as Pogba, he has these long legs, but also players that will leave Juventus, and I'm really sad to speak about that. Even if the Mercato is totally crazy, guys, because who would have expected something to happen at Juventus? We were all maybe thinking and expecting that one player would leave, and it was Ramsey, because he is out of the team and we were expecting him to leave. Would we see someone arriving at Juve? Maybe on loan, a player, a striker, and we went for players like Azmoun, players like maybe Icardi, we had Aubameyang, so all these kind of players on loan, it was clearly, and then suddenly Juventus said no, let's go, we anticipate, and we go with the big sensational name that is Dusan Vlahovic. We took him from Fiorentina, we paid, and he's now a Juventus player with the number 7. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders, but it didn't stop there, because we didn't even have the time or enough time to understand that the player is ours now. We already started the individual trainers. He was also with the team for a certain moment, with Lord De Sciglio, with Matthijs de Ligt. It's beautiful to see these two monsters playing and training next to each other, but we didn't even have the time to enjoy that, because they started speaking in the morning about Zakaria that can arrive at one condition, guys, because yes, Juventus is not as broke as a lot of people were saying. We have some money, not that much, and we have to pay attention, so don't expect craziness, and that's why there was one condition for the arrival of Denis Zakaria, is that we sold at least one player, because at the end, we know it, at Juventus, we have to sell before we buy. And if we were all thinking about two names, Ramsey, as we already spoke, and maybe even Arthur, these two will probably not leave Juventus. Apparently Arthur will stay until the end of the season, at least, to try to convince Allegri. Allegri has also some hopes from the player. He thinks that he can recuperate him. Let's see how we will play. But there are two other ones that will go, and not in diverse part of the world, but they will go in the same country, not in diverse clubs. They will go into the same club, the club of someone that we know really well. It's Fabio Paratici, our ex-sportive director, that was with us not even 1 year ago, because he said goodbye a few months ago while he was crying, and probably still loves Juventus. Fino alla fine will be a supporter, he said it, and he's trying to give us a gift, because he's about to buy two players from Juventus, two players that unfortunately, you know that I am a collector. I have on some shirts, I have the curse of the home shirt, that when I put a name on a home shirt like Chiellini, Dybala, or Chiesa, they got injured. I have another curse, apparently, that the player that I put on the third shirt, they leave. Just before speaking the name, because we didn't even said it until now, we are speaking about two players. Kulusevski with the number 44 on the third shirt of last season, and the season before, Rodrigo Bentancur, the Uruguayan player, and the Swedish player. They are about to go to Tottenham, the same team and the same day in this transfer market, in that transfer session of winter, probably the most craziest transfer winter I ever experienced in my life. So what are the conditions for the two players? The journalists are reporting all of them, Mirko Di Natale, Romeo Agresti, Fabrizio Romano, Giovanni Albanese. It's all day already that they are speaking about it, and it's getting more and more concrete, and that's why I'm doing a video now. Two players about to leave to Tottenham. Fabio Paratici is doing us a gift, because these two players, for one reason or another, they never completely convinced the Juventus management, the Juventus coaches, whoever they were, but also the Juventus fans. They never really entered in the heart of some fans. Then you had some die-hard crazy fans like Giuseppe Bognani, GJustjuve, that went even on the Juventus tour because he saw something in these players. The same thing probably that Fabio Paratici is seeing in them. A lot of people are saying, what if Kulusevski becomes the new Thierry Henry? What if he becomes the new Kingsley Coman? There are the possibilities because the player is not bad. The thing is that he totally lost confidence in himself at Juventus. He's not feeling happy. You see it when he's entering the field, when he's playing, he's looking down. He's looking at the field to see the color of the field. Is it still green or not? But he's never there. Never looking into the eyes of us, of the fans. Never with confidence. And this is a total break point because from the moment the player doesn't believe in himself, when he doesn't believe in the project, when he doesn't believe in the coach and in the team, it's over and then it's time to go. Kulusevski, and we will start with Kulusevski and then we will go to Bentancur. Kulusevski played 1 year and a half with Juventus. Actually, he has a contract with Juve since 2 years. We bought him from Atalanta while he was playing at Parma. We left him at Parma for 6 more months. He joined us with Sarri. No, it's not true. We bought him for Sarri. He came for Pirlo. He was there with Pirlo. He played in total 74 games with Juventus. He didn't score that bad because actually he scored 9 times last year. He did a beautiful start, opening also the goals for Juventus in Serie A with the first goal versus Sampdoria. He disappeared in the middle of the season where people were starting to doubt him, and then he came back at the end of the season, also scoring in the last trophy that we won. Grande Kulusevski, yes. Enough for Juventus? Probably no. The guy is from 2000, from April 2000. He's a young guy that probably we could have waited a bit more. But the people are impatient. They can't wait. Young or not young. If you are not performing in a club as Juventus immediately, we give you a few months. But if not, then you are not the material for Juventus. And this is what the fans were saying about Kulusevski, and probably at a certain moment, Allegri, after giving him a lot of chances also this season, he understood that probably Kulusevski, even if he scored in Champions League, even if he scored in Serie A, probably was not at his right place at Juventus and probably had no future with Juve. Also, taking into account that in the position that Kulusevski is playing, we have some people there. We can play with Cuadrado, that is one of the starters. We can play even with Dybala, that loves to go on the right, and that was one of the problems. Dybala and Kulusevski were stepping their feet on the field, but you also have the young stars that are waiting to take that spot, and we don't even have to invest in that position. Speaking about Mathias Soulé, young 18 years old Argentina players, the future Dybala, and also Marley Ake, that impressed all of us with his 20 beautiful minutes when he entered the field. Guys, we have already the youngsters, the next Kulusevski. Hopefully we can wait a bit more for them before being really harsh, but hopefully they can do also better than Kulusevski, because objectively Kulusevski didn't do what we were expecting from him. And then we have Rodrigo Bentancur. He played a bit longer with Juventus because it's already his 5th season. Rodrigo Bentancur, he can go also to Tottenham. He played 181 games with Juve, a lot more than Kulusevski. 3 goals only. It's not one that is scoring goals. We know it, and we know really well Rodrigo Bentancur. We'll speak about the numbers in a few seconds, guy, but Rodrigo Bentancur had his best season with Sarri, where we really started to believe that he could do something. Unfortunately, he's also missing a bit of grinta, a lot of grinta. After 4 or 5 years, we were expecting some leadership, some ancienity, some people, some guy, Rodrigo Bentancur, that would understand what is Juventinità and could share it to the new arrivals. Rodrigo Bentancur never did the step up. He played really well with Sarri for a certain moment of the season. He did really well this season in the last game versus Milan. Not enough. And we are speaking about 2 different deals with the same club. The first one is Rodrigo Bentancur on loan to... Not true, I'm lying. Rodrigo Bentancur will go on a done deal, so an obligation to buy. They will buy him immediately with 19 million euro plus 6 bonus, so for a total of 25 million euro. We know that we still have a clause to pay to Boca Juniors, so that means that 30% will go to Boca Juniors. We will not win a lot of money with him, but on the other hand, everything that we have is plusvalenza, is profit for that player. For Kulusevski instead, we will have a lot more money for him because we are speaking around 40 million euro. The sources are a bit diverse. Some people are saying 40 plus 5 million bonus, so 45. Some people are saying 35, but it can go until 45 depending on the bonuses. It will be a loan with an obligation to buy under certain conditions. So we are speaking about maybe the access to Champions League for Tottenham. If they go in Champions League, they are obliged to buy. At the moment, we are not certain. Something is sure that normally Kulusevski will be a player on loan, but with easy targets to have, and then he can be a definite player of Tottenham. And Bentancur will be immediately a player of Tottenham officially. Guys, with these two sales, we will have Zakaria. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Is that the right strategy? Should we have waited a bit more for Kulusevski, yes or no? Rodrigo Bentancur, that is still young, don't forget, because he's a 97. Did we have to wait a bit longer for him? Are you happy that they are gone because you couldn't anymore and you wanted to see fresh blood, fresh legs with a lot of energy like Zakaria can bring us? Tomorrow can be a great day, guys. If you are expecting new faces, they can come. If you are expecting some officiality, maybe they can come. It will be or tomorrow or Monday, but expect tomorrow that can be a crazy Juventini day. Thank you for everything. Put a maximum of like. Don't forget, thank you. Never sleep, never sleep, never sleep, because Mercato never sleep. Grazie, forza, Juve.